Have you ever seen an 11-year-old girl fly a plane? A plane made a staggering forced landing on the apron. Jingran, who flew the plane, was an 11-year-old girl. 180 people on the original plane. All of them passed out due to food poisoning. Critical moment. The little girl stepped forward, pilot the plane to land safely. When the ground rescue arrives, she has left gracefully on the skateboard. Her name is Loka. This is the first time she went to grandma's house since she was a child. Out of the airport, she took a taxi, enjoying the scenery along the way happily. Just then, a squirrel appeared on the road. The driver bumped into the car next to him in order to avoid it, and Roka hurriedly got out of the car to save the squirrel. I almost got hit by a car. Then she worried that the accident would block the traffic. Just get on the bus and give the taxi a standard side parking. When I arrived at grandma's house, she hugged grandma excitedly, but grandma didn't like her very much. Said grandma, I raised your mother. No obligation to feed you. But Raka didn't care, because living alone, Raka is used to it. In the evening, Loka called her father by video phone to report safety. It turned out that her father was an astronaut, carry out missions in space all year round. Can't take care of her, only let her go to grandma. Dad showed Loka the earth, even thousands of miles apart. Dad is also very concerned about Loka. The next morning, grandma was woken up by a squirrel. Scream with fear, palm a bunch of flowers and start driving away squirrels. But I fell down. Roka heard a sound. Asked grandma if she needs help. Grandma said no. Loka went to school on a skateboard. At school, she introduced herself generously to her classmates. Said he grew up in ESA. Dad is an astronaut. All kinds of aviation common sense. She is proficient in everything. Students and teachers were surprised. Just then, the squirrel in the school bag woke up. She asked the teacher for leave. I have to go back and drug the squirrel. Only when Loka got home did she know that grandma fell and hurt. Need hospitalization. That means she's going to live alone. The second day, Loka was called to the office by the principal. The headmaster was very unhappy about Loka's absenteeism. Asked to see Loka's guardian, but Loka said generously that he was his guardian. The headmaster's face was confused. Just then, Loka saw the bully bullying his classmates. She went downstairs in anger. Want to stop. Unexpectedly, the school bully tripped over the endorsement bag. A cut was made in his forehead. Raka skillfully bandaged her wound. Then the headmaster came over. He didn't scold the school bully for his behavior. Instead, he talked about Loka's absenteeism. Roka asked back, something like this happened. Shouldn't it be your responsibility? But the headmaster said, I only teach you to read. I can't control anything else. And said, since you like it so much, how about you being the headmaster? I didn't expect Raka to take it seriously. The 11-year-old girl became the acting principal in an instant. I saw her draw a big circle on the ground, gather the students together, pick up the horn and say, cat owners, please enter the circle. The teacher took the lead in entering the circle. With the teacher's participation, everyone actively participated. Problems escalate layer by layer. She asked, have done something wrong. Let the students said, please enter the circle. Several students slowly walked into the circle. Just then, the headmaster came out and stopped the game. Hit the students to rush back to the classroom for class. In class, the teacher Muna was reading the textbook, but the students didn't listen at all. So Loka stood up. Ask if you want to listen to the story. The students all looked at Roka quietly.
Ich weiß nicht, im Urin der Astronauten auf der ISS passiert. Die Astronauten trinken es.
Teacher looked at Roka in surprise, because what Loka is talking about is exactly what this class is about. I talked about knowledge that no one listened to for half a class. I didn't expect to be taught by Loka in this way. The teacher then said, can you continue your class next? Then Loka came to the hospital to see grandma. She came forward and hugged grandma. I didn't expect the squirrel to jump out. Give grandma a big surprise. Grandma said she was hurt by this squirrel and said Raka would only bring bad luck. Grandma's friends can't watch anymore.
Das ist nicht mehr meine Freundin, wie ich sie kenne.
Grandma was speechless by her friends. Loka came home sadly, but found a tramp asleep at the door. Learned that the tramp is a lawyer, now homeless. The kind Lorca invited him home for lunch. Unfortunately, the staff of the children's welfare home visited. If Loka is left unattended, she will be sent to a foster home. At this time, Loka had an idea. Let the tramp pretend to be his father. What a clever little girl. Never thought. The tramp's eating was seen through by the staff at a glance. The staff said, if there is no guardian tomorrow, I will apply to the court to find a foster family for Loka. Sent the staff away. The tramp followed and left a note for Lorca. Thank Loka for letting him know that he is still valuable, so he was respected. Roka had an idea. Be prepared to do something meaningful. So she came to the tramp gathering place with her classmates to shoot videos. Call on people to pay more attention to the homeless people. He also put the video of flying his own plane at the beginning. Instantly attracted social attention. The reporter rushed to the school immediately to interview Loka. Students show the video to teachers and principals. The headmaster was directly moved by Loka's kindness and courage and cried. Loka called the students today to do something important. That is to find a guardian for yourself. But I interviewed many people. No one wants to be Roka's guardian. Suddenly a classmate said he could find a lawyer. She suddenly thought of the tramp. I heard him say he was a lawyer before. All the students went to the street together to find the tramp. But I couldn't find it anywhere. Just as Loka was walking home lost, boss. The tramp appeared at his door. She jumped happily on the tramp. I want to ask a tramp to be my guardian. Unexpectedly, the tramp refused. It turned out that he was busy with work before, neglecting family. A car accident killed his wife and daughter. He blames himself for all this. Quit his job. Start wandering the streets. Raka comforted her.
Ich kann doch auch ganz erstmal auf die Welt kommen. Nur damit meine Mama nicht stirbt. Warum hat ihr keiner gesagt? Geh lieber in ein anderes Krankenhaus. Vielleicht hätten sie sich da auch gerettet. Traurig bin. Und deine Familie hätte das auch nicht gewollt. Wir leben für sie weiter. Oder soll ich in Zukunft mit dir auf der Straße gehen und Pfandflaschen sammeln?
Loka asked him if he would like to, but the tramp refused. In court, the staff of the welfare home asked to send Loka to the foster family. The teacher wanted to defend her, but was rejected by the judge. In a rage, the teacher threw the newspaper in front of the judge. An 11-year-old girl saved 180 lives.
Ich bin die 181. Schönen guten Tag, mein Name ist Hübner.
The tramp appeared. The judge looked surprised. It turned out to be a famous gold medal lawyer. A powerful defense. The judge was speechless. Finally, Loka won the lawsuit. The lawyer became her guardian with the teacher. The tramp also changed into a suit. Cheer up. Loka goes back to school. The headmaster finally agreed with Loka. Ask Loka to run the school with him. Then Loka drew a big circle again. Start asking questions. This time, all the teachers and students of the school participated. Students use actions to prove that they want to communicate and care more. And parents also promised to make changes. Meanwhile, Grandma saw Loka's video on TV. See what Loka did. She finally woke up. Grandma hurried to school to ask Roka for money. Promised to love her well. Give her meticulous love. In fact, the love that children want. Just attach importance to company, like Roka's father. Even in space, he will also care about her. And the student's parents are close at hand, but never knew what the child wanted. Never said I love you. May you be like Roka. Have kindness and optimism, and full of love.